Did you know about this? Texas Stock Exchange.
What?
And I still would not know about this, but I recently did a video about how the New York Stock Exchange is thinking about moving to a 22-hour day, and somebody on that video put this, which sparked my attention. I wonder if this move is an attempt to compete with the new Texas stock market. And yeah, that could very well be the case, but I had no idea what this person was even talking about. I thought they were maybe trolling or throwing out a joke, but no, I guess it's real. So I'll go a little backwards here, but the TXSE, again, the Texas Stock Exchange, announced in June that it plans to register with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission with backing from BlackRock. So in other words, this is not actually new news, but I'm just learning about it now. But I guess this was announced several months ago, but here we are, and they are making progress. How so? Well, they announced a board of directors on Monday in its latest step toward building a national exchange to rival long-established platforms in New York, and said it was gearing up to launch trading next year, which is pretty impressive because it's one thing to say you're going to have a stock exchange, but to then make progress, get boards of directors, and get people on this board of directors who are some qualified people, as you're about to see. Yeah, you got to give credit where credit's due. Things seem to be getting pretty serious. So some of these board members include Rick Perry, a former governor of Texas and former U.S. Energy Secretary. Other directors include Rick Roberts, a former SEC commissioner, and Alex Busandri, global head of strategy at Citadel Securities. The exchange also has drawn staff members from Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange, a division of the Intercontinental Exchange, as well as other trading platforms. So we have the claim that Texas is going to have its own exchange. We have movement towards it with board directors, which brings about, okay, well, when is all this supposedly going to happen? The Texas Stock Exchange is pulling big names in preparation for the potential launch in 2025. Maybe you caught that word, potential. Now, to be fair, maybe there's other updates that have occurred since then, and I'm not aware of those. But potential, always an interesting word where it gets thrown out there because none of this is for sure. It's still in the stage where I guess they need to still be using the word potentially. So I thought that was interesting. James Lee, founder and chief executive of the TXSE Group Incorporated, said the exchange plans to submit an SEC registration in the coming months. Again, very broad, coming months. I mean, well, how many obviously is the question there. But like I said, they're talking the talk right now. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said on Monday that the exchange will ensure that businesses have access to capital and that market participants have more choice. Now, I can totally get behind that. I mean, the more choice, the more competition. I mean, that's like the core of capitalism.
And all you can talk about is money.
But on the same note, I don't know. It seems like the New York Stock Exchange is just so absolutely epically big that, I mean, can a whole new stock exchange actually compete? I mean, again, I give these people credit. That's fantastic. But I don't know. And then I see these numbers and it just makes me question things. It said on Monday, what is the it? Well, the it is the Texas Stock Exchange. So the Texas Stock Exchange said on Monday it had secured $135 million. Now, I totally plead ignorance. I don't know how to set up an exchange. I don't know the numbers. I'm not an investment banker. So, but in my mind, when you know that there's hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars, when you know that companies have trillion-dollar market caps, and then you see 135 million, that doesn't seem like a whole lot. That doesn't seem like enough to really get anything off the ground. But again, that's just my perception, and I could be totally wrong. So if you're in this sphere, and I'm very wrong about that 135 million, if that's actually a really impressive and a really good number, relatively speaking, then please let me know down in the comment section. But that has me a little skeptical. It seems like it would require more than that. But again, that's just purely speculation and an ignorant perspective on my part about just what sort of numbers I think it would take. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. At the core, I'm all for competition. I'm all for more choices, because that means that, you know, different things are going to have to, well, compete. They're going to have to, try to gain customers and gain money. And that is a good thing for us as traders, us as investors, us as consumers. When our companies are competing, that is definitely going to be a benefit for us. So we will see what happens with it. Did you know about this Am I like way late to the party? Let me know down in the comment section. Let me know, do you think it's going to have any success? But yeah, this is very interesting, especially when you combine that with the video I did not that long ago about the New York Stock Exchange, thinking about going to 22 hours. And like that person said, yeah, maybe this is an early attempt for them to try to kind of, compete against the Texas Stock Exchange and say, well, we're going to just open things up that much more, make it that much more attractive, which is the point. Maybe they're already competing and now we're getting a 22-hour day on the New York Stock Exchange. So like I said, I'm very curious of your thoughts. Let me know down below. And if I'm way late to the party, if you knew about this like months ago, well then, hey, I guess I'm just a little slow. But yeah, I'm very curious of your thoughts. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.